My surgery was over 5 years ago. My starting weight was 267 pounds and my BMI was at a 43, so I was considered grossly obese. And now my weight is approximately 135 pounds and my BMI now is 24, which is very healthy, they say. I've lost 130 pounds. Well, bariatric surgery for me has given me like a new aspect on life. Prior to my surgery, I was not as confident as I am now, and I was kind of set back by the way people wouldn't approach me as often as they approach me now. So that was really kind of tough getting used to. But now that it's been 5 years since my surgery, I've kind of adjusted to this new person that I've become physically, and I'm probably in the best shape I've ever been in, and I feel very confident with myself, going places now, meeting new people, doing things that I wouldn't have felt so comfortable with prior to my surgery. I feel very blessed that Dr. Tiesinga came into my life at that time because I was still young enough, and I'm still young enough now to go forward with my life and be able to do a lot of the things with my kids that I was becoming fearful that I wasn't going to be able to do. And my oldest son is now getting married, so I'm going to be looking forward to that, and possibly grandchildren that I can get on the floor with and run and do all kinds of things that it was getting really hard to do before that. So I was really active before my surgery, and you know, it's like funny, when you're an overweight person, you don't feel like you're an overweight person sometimes, because you keep up with your friends and you can do things, and you don't realize it until afterwards, like how bad you feel. Like if you walked somewhere, you know, with your friends for an hour, you'd be like, oh yeah, I can do this, I'm good. And then at night you're just like dying, and you're like, I wonder if they're dying too because I'm so out of shape. But basically I can do things with more longevity into them. So instead of working out for 20 minutes, I can go 45 minutes now without feeling like bad or exhausted. I do stairs now. I ride my bike all the time. I still haven't mastered rollerblading, which I'm trying. Some of those things where I didn't feel like I could keep up with a lot of my friends. Now I'm probably like the one that encourages everybody else to walk, and instead of taking the elevator, we do the stairs and doing all the things that just, I don't know, make me feel good about myself now. I would choose Dr. Tiesinga over anybody. When I first met Dr. Tiesinga, I really liked his so-called bedside manner. I thought he was very approachable, very passionate as a doctor for being so young. You know, I tease him all the time, like, God, you're too young to be a doctor. And he's really not that young, but just to know what his credentials were, like I did a little bit of information checking on him, and just, you know, on the website it just kind of said where he graduated from, and that didn't really do it. But when I went to him and he made me feel so comfortable that this was something that he could almost guarantee that my life would be different. And it's like, you know, you don't hold them for the word verbatim that, you know, I'm guaranteeing you a new life. But I just felt really, really comfortable with those words that he told me, that, you know, I can give you the tool so that you can use this, so that you can accomplish what you're coming to me to ask me to do. He said, and if you use the tool I give you the right way, you will succeed. And I went home and I just thought about it, because they make you go home and think about it before you actually decide that this is what you need to do, and you have to come and meet some criteria, come to some meetings, and you know, informational meetings about what the surgery's about and what it entails and stuff. And I didn't ever have a doubt in my mind that he would be the one that I wanted to do the surgery for. Well, I think it's really important that once you make this decision in your life, because it's life altering. I mean, it's not just a change that you don't want to be fat anymore. It's just really a whole life altering situation that you really have to understand. And by coming to the meetings, the support meetings and the informational meetings, is where I think I was able to become as successful as I was, because you see and experience and hear an experienced person who's gone through this already. I would recommend the meetings to anybody, and they're so important.